This is the Global News. I am Faith Kiarie in Nairobi, and we want to welcome our viewers in Kenya and around the world. This program takes a global and exclusive look at evocative issues affecting public attitude in business, sports, health, arts, and culture. First, a look at major stories around the world. The royal wedding in Israel moved to Jerusalem. Arsene Wenger out campaign finally gets its wish. The royal wedding. Prince Harry, son of Charles, Prince of Wales, and Diana, Princess of Wales, and American actress Meghan Markle, daughter to Thomas Markle and Doria Ragland, officially became husband and wife on May 19, 2018 at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. The wedding came after the couple announced their engagement in November last year. Among the people who attended the wedding were Oprah Winfrey, Idris Elba and his fiancée Sabrina Dore, British singer James Blunt, David and Victoria Beckham, and Serena Williams and her husband. U.S. Embassy in Israel moved to Jerusalem. On May 14, 1948, as the Jews of Palestine declared the establishment of a Jewish state called Israel, U.S. President Harry Truman granted immediate recognition on behalf of the United States, becoming the first head of state to do so. On May 14, 2018, 70 years later, President Donald Trump will move U.S. Embassy operations to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv, where it has been since 1996. Arsene Wenger out campaign finally gets its wish. Arsene Wenger, after being appointed as Arsenal manager in 1996, Arsene Wenger went on to have a huge impact on the club and English football. He introduced new ideas about nutrition, training and tactics, about establishment, a track record for science. Bundesliga manager Julian Nagelsmann has emerged as another possible managerial target for Arsenal if they choose to replace Arsene Wenger. The club have reportedly written up a short list of managers which they would like to replace the current boss Wenger after he has overseen some poor results this season. Our third major story brings us to a topic of discussion where Arsene Wenger is out of Arsenal, and want to focus on Kenya, the future of women in football and the future of children too in football, and should the schools focus co-curriculum activities and sports in school. Feel free to send your comments on Twitter at Kiarie Rimo and on Facebook, Faith Kiarie. Let's look at what our viewers are saying. On Facebook, Moria is saying, I'm an Arsenal fan and I think that Arsenal will regain its fame as the champions. Moving on to our reporter on the ground, Moses Ochieng, who's going to tell us who's going to check what people think about Arsene Wenger out of Arsenal and the future of children and women in football and co-curriculum activities in school.
I am a student here at Daystar and I study business management, to whatever I want to do. I think the future for women and children in football and co-curricular activities is bright, and I think it's open to much exploration. I think with women being empowered and being allowed to and being more open to trying new things, I think the sport will grow. And for children, they should continue being encouraged. They should continue being encouraged to pursue football and exploring it as a sport. We can see like the rise of many women's football teams, national, clubs. So I think the future holds a lot. It's up to the women and children to see how far they can take it.
My name is Winnie. I look forward to a point in time where football can be played professionally and globally by women. Like you see, the way we have Arsenal, Chelsea, but mainly they are male dominated. I hope we can reach a point where we have such teams that are dominated by women teams that are professional and that play internationally, and maybe even children sports clubs that nurture this talent, and these children can grow to become professionals.
So Moses, what do you think about the topic?
Thank you very much, Faith. I think the future of women and children in sport lies with the governments of the world. What needs to be done, in my view, is that the curriculums of our schools needs to be developed in such a way that football becomes also a part of it. That way, women and children
Send
will
your
be
comments
enticed
on our
more
Twitter
to be
handle
able
at
to
Kiarie
participate
Resumo,
in
and on
football.
Facebook, Faith Kiarie.
Thank
At
you.
Asen
It's been nice having you here.
on Twitter says, women have a future in football if they are given a platform. I think their future is bright. We want to welcome our opinion leaders who we're going to discuss with this topic. And the first one will be Mary Akinyi, who is a footballer. We have George Mbugua Miri, who is an Arsenal fan. And we have Peter Moteria, who is a coach. So we start with you, Mary Akinyi. How long have you been playing football? Which team do you play for? Which team do you support in the Premier League? And as a woman, how has it been so far playing football? And do you have privileges? Is it hard?
3 years since I finished school. Okay, I was playing since I was in school, and when I finished school, when I came out, I played for a team. Okay, I'm playing for Uwezo Soccer Academy. It is an organization which is made by Wazungus. Yeah. Okay, to start, football is a hard game because it is meant for men, as you see, but it needs a lot of hard work and commitment to it so that you can pursue what you want to do. But for me, I can say it has been so hard. It needs a lot of training. I've trained so much in order to know how to play it.
My second opinion leader, who is George Mbogwa Miri, who's an Arsenal fan. Yeah. How long have you been an Arsenal fan? I understand you've named some of your investment after Arsenal. And to be specific, how many? What's your view on Arsene Wenger out of Arsenal?
I think from 1989, I've been supporting Arsenal. Since by then I was in Form 3. At the time I started supporting Arsenal. Drive for me to name my buildings after Arsenal. It was in the season 2003-2004 when Arsenal won the Premiership. So I decided to honor my dream by naming my building after Arsenal. That is the Gunners. There are 3 numbers. For me, I can say it was the right thing for him to leave because he had been there for the last 22 years. And for me, I think the style or the coaching style he used to use, it was outdated. We needed somebody who is young to come with new style of coaching, somebody who is having the modern football in him. But Arsene Wenger is the same old man with the old style. So Arsenal could not improve anything, even if he could have remained being the coach.
Your view on women in football and the future of children in football?
For me, I would support them. As you know, Arsenal team, they still support the women team, which is the best in England, I think, at the moment. So for me, I'll still encourage women to be brought on board in football. It is the right thing for them to be there. Even the children, to have academies for them to grow up knowing how important football is. Because at the moment, we don't believe in education alone. Because if you see most of the footballers, they're not educated, but they are the best people in their societies. They have become role models. So not only education, even games can lift you to places.
Words to the youth who are watching you, who want to listen to you, if given this privilege, what do you tell them about sports and co-curricular activities in school?
Okay. For me, sports is a very good thing. You can learn, you can have a lot of income from it, because as you see in Kenya now, there are no jobs, so you can join sports and come and play and keep yourself busy, because most of the youths, they're idle, and when people are idle, they do a lot of evil things. They steal a lot of things to say. So you can come to play football.
We want to welcome our third opinion leader, who is a coach, Peter Moteria. Which team do you coach, and how long have you been a coach?
Coaching, I would say I have done it for, this would be my 20th year.
Which team do you support in the Premier League?
In Europe, I would say Arsenal is my team.
Aside from coaching, what else do you do?
Well, I am into business, so I run a workshop that does steel fabrication, and also I have a workshop that we do cars, so, which is also my passion, and that's part of what I studied when I went to college.
What's your view of women in football and children, and the future of children in football?
Well, it's unfortunate that we are not big on that, and for me it has been very intentional, because how to handle a girl child is sometimes not very easy, especially if you're going to be having your to like keep your reputation right, because basically there are so many things that are, I would say, come around when you have young girls with you, and also where you have to coach boys and girls. So sometimes you must draw the line, and it's quite hard. You can only draw it in the field, but after that you can't draw no lines. But for me it's unfortunate, because we have not had a robust ladies team, but it's a thought that I've always had. It's always that now you need also to have more ladies volunteering to be able to be part of the team, so that they can deal with the ladies' issues when it comes to deal with ladies' issues, because you cannot deal with the ladies' issue if you're a man. There are things that will happen to a lady, and there are places you can't touch her. Yeah.
And what do you think about co-curricular activities in school and sports?
Co-curriculum activities being involved in, or being put part of the whole education curriculum.
Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you so much. It's been nice having you, Mr. Moteria. Don't forget to keep your views coming. Send your comments on our Twitter handle at Kiarie and on Facebook, Faith Kiarie. Now we're going to get the third view from you, our viewers. On Twitter, Mark Talam says, co-curriculum activities are good because they help the students who are good in sports and other things like drama and music grow their skills. I think the government should implement more and support co-curriculum activities, not only sports, but even drama and music. This will help students improve their skills, because some may not be best in education, but this will help them out there. Subscribe to get the latest global news. Comment and continue the conversation at Kiarie Rimo and on Facebook at Faith Kiarie. Tune in next time. I have been your host, Faith Kiarie. God bless.